Hey y'all. I know I had to push the live back a few minutes. Mother duties call, okay? Trying to get these kids situated. It's a school night. It's a work night. So I got to get up tomorrow and go to work. So, replay gang, be sure to hype the video if you have hypes. Like the video, comment. Let me know you stopped by because I love looking at the comment section, okay? Subscribe to the channel. On my end, it looks like I'm kind of lagging a little bit, but as long as the sound is okay, then I think we're good. So, as people enter the room, let me know if you can hear me. If you can't, I'll work on that. I definitely had some topics I wanted to discuss. It's been a while since I've done a live discussing hot topics. So I said, you know what? Married to Medicine didn't come on because of the Super Bowl. Definitely want to get into that. So since Married to Medicine didn't come on, sorry, I'm trying to multitask right now. Since Married to Medicine didn't come on, I said, you know what? We can use this night. And then I had a interview I was going to do, but since that didn't pan out, I said, you know what? Tuesday night is open. It's free. After I go to the gym, I'm going to just come on and talk to y'all. So I did that, went to the gym, did the things. Like, summer is coming. So you had to get your summer body ready in the winter. So that is what I'm being serious this year. Normally I'd be playing around and then it'd be May and I'm like, oh Lord, I did not get my summer body ready. This year I am not playing, okay? You hear me? We're gonna get this together, y'all. Okay, so I'm all situated. I'm done multitasking. Make sure it's quiet. And let's go ahead and get into it. I actually have slides, so I came prepared. Normally, I would just share my screen, kind of go on IG, but I said, you know what? Let's make this seamless. Let me get some slides and try to look professional, okay? So I want to talk about, there's a lot of breakups. A lot of breakups happening, a lot of divorces going on. Joy and Clifton, if you're a Ready to Love watcher, they're going through a divorce. Like, I'm surprised, but not really. Toya and Eugene, they were talking with Carlos King, and they were chatting about Quad and Kirk King's breakup. So, Quad and King broke up. Cardi B and Stefan Diggs. And then I just want to touch on Bad Bunny. I know that's a hot topic right now. It's a trending topic. Why it's a trending topic, I have no idea. I don't know why it's a big deal, but we're going to talk about it and let me know your thoughts. Drop down in the comments if you're catching a replay. Let me know your thoughts. And everything I'm saying is, all alleged in my opinion. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into, I think a lot of the ladies that normally join are on another live. I picked the wrong night to randomly do a sporadic live because I think everybody is like on their own live right now. But you know what? We're going to make it do what it do anyway. We are going to make it do what it do. Okay. Hey, Joseph Felton. Get you up here. I was just saying, like, I decided to do impromptu on the worst night to do impromptu. It's hard to plan it when, like, everybody else is doing lives and whatever else, but we hear y'all. So, on to, there we go. Joy and Clifton. So if y'all been watching Ready to Love like I have, I've been watching Ready to Love. It's funny, I started watching Ready to Love the resort season. So I did go back after that season ended and I binge watched the previous season. So I binge watched Atlanta. They were in Texas for a good bit. So I watched all those seasons. I was caught up and I've been watching ever since. So Ready to Love has been on for a minute. That is my favorite show to review. I know we give it a lot of flack. The reason why I still do love Ready to Love, I love the premise of the show. I love it. It's a all-Black dating show. Love is Blind is coming on, and we got to cross our fingers and touch and agree and pray in prayer that we actually see more than 2 Black people. Okay. We seen people of all, older age groups, 30s, 40s, sometimes 50s. So it was a little bit more relatable for me, people with children. And I know a lot of people say, I like the resort season. They need to be in the house. I actually like the dynamic of them not being all in one house. And I say this all the time because it mimics real dating in real life. In real life, you're not going to be sitting in a house for 2 weeks trying to date somebody. You're going to go out on dates. Now, all these group dates they had this season, that's a little abnormal. I don't like all that, but I do like the dynamic of the show because it's supposed to mimic real life and it's supposed to be relatable for us. So I definitely wanted to keep going, but however, the show doesn't have any successful. I don't think we have any successful couples. I can't think of any. Okay, we got people trickling in. Let me just say, hey, Harold C. Thanks for stopping by. Boom. Oh, Mama Mac is here. Hey, Tanya Mac. Y'all know that's my mama, so I'll leave that up for a minute. But so yeah, on to Joy and Clifton. Now, Joy and Clifton was on Ready to Love, the DC season. I almost forgot there was a DC season. But they were on there. I remember when they were on Ready to Love their season, he was like sipping out of her cup. They was doing mouth to mouth like the first night, like at the first mixer upon the meeting. So they were locked in pretty early on. I liked them initially. From what I can remember, and I don't remember everything, but Clifton had another connection. Can't remember her name. However, he had another connection. And from what I recall, they were quite rude to his other connection at their reunion. So I didn't like that. Like, I didn't like how they were speaking to his other connection. Like, if y'all locked in and y'all are a couple, then y'all are a couple. Like, okay, y'all won. Like, there's no need to be rude to anybody. So I didn't really particularly like that. Then they went on Love and Marriage DC. I tried to get into Love and Marriage DC, could not really get into Love and Marriage DC. Like, at this point, it's a struggle to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage DC didn't do it for me. I know they thought Monique was going to come over from Real Housewives of Potomac. Shout out. Who always be saying Real Housewives? Shout out to Ronnie the Voice. But she came over there. It just, they came on after like the following season, I guess, to try to spice it up. They came on there saying they were engaged. We knew they got engaged. Whole time they were lying and they was already married and they were trying to figure out how they could get a TV wedding. And it's like, what was the point of the lie? Like, if y'all started y'all marriage off based on a lie, it's only downhill from here. If you got married in secrecy, you can't tell nobody you married. What are you getting married for? What was the point? So it was the fact, and I think he like said something about his kids didn't know. Why didn't they know? Why did you keep, why are you hiding that from your children? If you can't tell nobody that you get married, then you shouldn't be doing it. So it's no surprise that they got married, and apparently he filed for divorce. The street's been saying they've been separated since August. I don't know if in their state they have to be separated for a period of time before somebody can file. It's always kind of stands out, like people always look at it when they're like, oh, the man filed. Like he must have been fed up. He filed. Who knows? I was getting the gist that he didn't really, because he said he was married like 2 or 3 times before they got married. So it's like, I feel like he's either a serial marital person, like he just somebody who likes to just get married, or he just wasn't serious about this. And there's rumors that they were trying to get married just to get on that show. And now that the show seems like it's canceled, it's like, okay, well, show's canceled. We don't have to pretend anymore. That's kind of, and that's what it's giving. That's what it's looking like. I feel like they just did it. I don't know what the motive was. Hopefully it was love, but it didn't last long. It did last longer than I thought it was. So, if you catch the replay, let me know your thoughts on Joy and Clifton getting a divorce. There's other Ready to Love couples who also broke up. Cornelius and, oh my goodness, I can't remember her name. And she's the one who made the announcement. But they had, if you're a Ready to Love watcher, last season in the Philly season, in the middle of a mixer, we had a random pretend wedding ceremony. And they had a staged wedding. So they broke up. And everybody was like, I can't believe that was a fake wedding. It looked fake. Why would they have a wedding in the middle of a mixer, like in front of strangers who are trying to get to know each other? I don't even know why they did that. Like, just to try to force a success story. Tommy even said, I'm sure y'all gonna go have another wedding, another ceremony later. Yeah. When he said that, I was like, they're gonna have a real ceremony later. It never happened. They never really got married. So now they ain't together. And then Reva, and I forgot, they were on the one season where they were the 2 grandparents. And the guy was with, I think his name is Marcus or something. He was with one person talking about he was taking her out the country. Then a commercial break went off, and he was on the couch with Reva. Now that was a mess. That started off messy. They broke up. So I'm like, every time it start off with some mess, then they break up. We can't act surprised. I don't know if there's a lot of couples from any of these dating shows or Married at First Sight, Love Is Blind, any of them where a lot of the couples stay together at this point. But Ready to Love doesn't have any. So if they can't get some success stories, they might go ahead on and cancel. And I hope they don't. But that's why Tommy tries to force connections. But we're going to see. We don't... Listen. I'll save them for later. Now, Quad and King, Kirk King to be exact. His name is Kirk. Oh. Hey, my Candy left. Candy, we was on Candy's channel last week talking about Married to Medicine. We have a break this week, so next week we'll be on Miss Kara Speaks channel discussing Married to Medicine when it comes back. And I can't wait until I hope that we see the breakup this season. Because, I mean, it was very evident, I think, to everyone that Quad and King were no longer together. From the way he was speaking to her, he had so much disdain and ill will towards her. It was very evident that it didn't seem like they were together. It was given, okay, let's stick it out for a storyline. So apparently somebody commented on his comment section on his Instagram and was like, oh, you so fine. Quad is a lucky woman. And he was like, her luck ran out. And I said, oop, not her luck ran out. Ooh, then somebody else commented something. And he was basically saying like it'd been over. Like, we are not together. He wants to announce it shout it from the rooftop. So he is not with her. So when y'all see him in the streets with somebody else, please believe he's not with Miss Quad. Now, Quad did come out later and saying, yes, we broke up in 2025. We're no longer together. She had a nice PR presented, nice packaged letter. And I feel like they should have came out. They could have did a joint statement. Him commenting that her luck ran out and all that stuff. I was like, I didn't really like that. I don't know. It's something about it. I didn't like it. Like the way he handled it. It's like y'all on the show. They filmed a reunion. They filmed a reunion last Friday, I believe. Why not? Unless he wasn't invited. And if he wasn't invited, maybe that's why he's so vocal. But I feel like why not wait till the reunion to say like, hey, we're not together if it's not shown on the show. Candy said may come up after the couples trip. Yeah. I'm surprised he's even, well, and I don't know. I just feel like he wants some clout. He wanted, because it's like, you're not getting paid. We know the men don't get paid to be on Married to Medicine or Housewives of Atlanta or none of them. So for him to just be on there and you're not with her, and it doesn't even seem like he really much likes her at this point as a person. Like he's just flat out rude to her. What else are you here for? You're here for clout. This is real raggedy. Real raggedy. I don't know. The couple trip is what I'm waiting for. This girl's trip, we can wrap this up. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the good stuff. But I do want to know why they broke up. Neither Quad or King came out and said it. Now, Heavenly was on Carlos King's YouTube channel. I don't really watch it. I did watch this Toya. Shout out to Candy Love. And there was a few other YouTubers who told me about watching my reviews, and them told me about Carlos and Toya's interview. So I did watch that. Normally, Carlos' voice, it's hard to get through. And then he be acting like a pygmy, like he just, ooh, child. But so I don't watch what him and Heavenly got going on. But apparently Heavenly spilled the beans that they wasn't together. But did she really spill it? Because we already knew, like we didn't need them to confirm. We already knew this wasn't no thing anyway. But Toya and Eugene had, and mostly Toya, had something to say about it. Toya, and I don't know why Toya came on this interview wearing this trench coat. I said, Lord, I'm about to break a sweat. Why was she so hot? Why she had that on? Like, it was cute if you about to go outside, but for a whole 2-hour interview, child. Now, for this, I took some quick notes. I didn't take nothing long, nothing thorough, just a little quick notes. At first, I'm just gonna go give a brief synopsis of this interview. Now, when this first started, oh, hold on, before I get into it. Tanya Mack said, King don't seem to want another child. He wants to promote his business. Is his business even legitimate though? Like, do we even know? Like, the business sounded a little sketchy. He renting out cars, and we don't know how. I don't. But another child, he absolutely does not. I think, like, it's like you going around telling everybody around town you really don't want another child. You telling everybody but Clyde. And it's like I can understand because Toya Eugene did make comments like, okay, well, he felt rushed, and not to jump too far ahead, but he basically felt like it was all about the baby making process. And it's like, apparently they said that they were together for 2 years prior. So it wasn't like we just met and 6 months later she's trying to force a baby on you. If y'all were dating for 2 years and you agreed to do this and you changed your mind, you can change your mind, but you need to tell Quad that you changed your mind. Not go around talking about her. She can't even pick out a dress, but I'm talking about, oh, that granny dress. Or he's talking about, oh, you got a big bag. I did not like none of it. None of it. Kenny said Toya was dodging questions by talking in circles. Child, let's get into it. I was already kind of over it the first 2 minutes because when she came on, Carlos said, oh, your back must hurt from carrying the show. And I said, what show are you talking about? Like, is she on something else? Can't be talking about Married to Medicine. Cannot be. Heavenly is like his road dog. She always on his show. But you say Toya. LaToya is carrying the show, not Heavenly? You don't think Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly is carrying the show? There would be no show without Heavenly, because what else would Toya be talking about? What else would anybody be talking about? Especially Toya. Toya made Heavenly her storyline. So how is she carrying anything? Toya has never carried the show on any season, to be clear. So I'm like, here he go, just being fake like he always do. But I mean, he wasn't fake the whole time. I'll give him that. Because when it came to Eugene, I said Carlos wanted Dr. Eugene for himself. But anyway, Toya said that, what we all been saying, she believes that Quad and King been broke up. She said that her and Eugene are cool with King, that King and Eugene have actually become good, close friends. And I did see a comment somewhere, I forgot where, but they were like, Toya be just befriending all the exes. All the like new people, like somebody, you fall out with somebody and Toya go befriend them. Because they was like, she did it with Sweet Tea, who was like, okay, she's a new wife, but it's like, all right, well, you have a falling out with Quad, you friends with Sweet Tea. You want to get Quad off the show, you friends with Sweet Tea. You befriending Dr. G. Now y'all so cool with King. So it's like, okay, I can definitely see that. Kenny said, and his panelists talked about Toya like a dog on his live last night. I did see some of it. I didn't see all of his live last night. I got to go back and watch it because he had Blue up there. I do like Blue. He had Claudia up there. I got to see what they said. I got to see what they had to say. Hey, Nita Boo. Shout out to Nita the Diva. We got it. And Miss Kiera Speaks. Hey, Miss Kiera Speaks. Make sure y'all support everyone's channels, all the people that are brought up here. Miss Kiera Speaks, Nita the Diva, Candy Love. Be sure to check them out. Support their channels if you can. And Nita and Kiera, we got to finish those plans we was working on. But anywho, so I'm like, all right. But I don't know what Carlos is watching. I don't know why he's so infatuated with Toya. I don't know what this is. He kept saying we friends in real life. He says he's friends with every one of his guests in real life. Every time he brings somebody up, they friends in real life. They cool in real life. But it's like, you don't got to kiss her behind. You didn't have to do that. You don't have to lie. If you were her friend in real life, you would not sit up here and say she's carrying the show. That just, oof. But her being cool with King, it seemed like it's more so Eugene that has a friendship with King, because Eugene even said like he's actually considers King his friend. You can't, like, I seen people saying like, oh, she's wrong for that. Look, she can't control who Eugene hangs out with. If the guys are cool, the guys are cool. But I'm not gonna be sitting up here kicking it with them. Like, I'd be cordial with you, but I ain't got to be talking about something. Oh, he's so cool. We be hanging out with him. Wait a minute. I mean, It's one thing if it's like, okay, I met y'all together and I knew y'all as a couple. Like, y'all just met him. Y'all don't even know him like that. Kiera said he's friends with everyone. And that just, the fact that King wants to still hang out with Eugene and them is like, yeah, you came up here for clout. Like, you know, yeah. You came up here, you knew exactly what your motive was, and it wasn't to make no babies. So they get to some of the ladies, how she feels about the ladies. She was saying that Jackie is, you know, don't support Simone. She always be siding with Heavenly more so than Simone. We know that. We already know that. And then she says that she believes that the new girls, they cling to Heavenly for protection. And I was like, that don't make sense to me. Because why? Not when y'all saying Heavenly will out your business, which she will talk about your mama and everything else. Why would anyone cling to her for protection? Who's she protecting? I haven't seen Heavenly protecting anybody. It's like, I just feel like because then she was bigging up Brandy. So it's like, okay, when it comes to you talking about Dr. Mimi, it's like, oh, she's just clinging on to Heavenly for protection. But when Brandy's clinging on to you, you're like, oh, she's grown. She got a mind of her own. Oh, really? Does she now? Because Brandy is really more so of a side character. I take Dr. Mimi over nurse practitioner Brandy. So, and she was really going in on Mimi. I'm like, girl, okay, tell us that y'all just never made up without telling us. Like, we know. Now, Mimi is kind of, because Mimi is making that her whole MO. Like, okay, I got an issue with Toya. But it's like, it looks a little janky because it's like, girl, you was just cool with Toya last season. But I mean, she don't see it for her now. Toya called her a B word. She called her that B word one time. She said, you better watch them B words. They ain't make up sense. Now, Carlos said that Steve, Mimi's husband, is fine. Like, you kind of fine. Okay, Steve is kind of fine. And Toya was like, and so is Eugene. Like, sister, not too much now. Yeah. And I like Eugene, but fine. Let's not get carried away. I don't even know about Steve. Well, Eugene, so is Eugene. Girl, you don't even think Eugene is fine. Like, stop it. So, Toya, she tried to throw a dig at Steve, but they was like, what does Steve do for a living? Like, where does he work? She was like, I don't know. I guess he worked for his wife. Have you seen him work? And it's like, that's really rich coming from you, Toya. Being as though you haven't worked. You ain't got a degree and you ain't worked nowhere since. You ain't worked nowhere since you was working down to the roof, Chris, or whatever she was working at. Like, girl, not too much. Like, Steve played football. I'm sure he probably has other income that maybe they don't want to disclose it on the show. Maybe he is doing something. At least he's doing something. Unlike Cecil. See, Simone, take notes. And this don't even got nothing to do with Simone, but this is what Simone should have had Cecil doing. Simone should have had Cecil working at front desk. You ain't just going to be living off me for free. You're going to be in here working. So at least he's doing something. Now, Toya Toya, she was talking about her disrespecting Eugene because Carlos was like, everybody was thinking about time when he said, when he told her to shut the F up or whatever he said. And they was like, Carlos was like, everybody was like, about time he stood up for himself. I mean, I was thinking it. So I can't even say nothing because he was like, you got a good man, Savannah. Like, and he was like, I know people probably sliding in his DMs. Everybody want Eugene. And I was like, all right now, Carlos. He was kind of dragging a little bit like, oh yeah, everybody named mama wants Eugene. Like, we put on our vision board. We need a Toya prayer. I too want a soft life like Toya. I was saying I won't even be mean, but I feel like the ones who are getting a soft life, like you got to be mean. They don't like you when you're nice. They only like you when you're mean. So I don't know. I don't got it in me to be mean all the time. She just mean because she ain't attracted to Eugene. But Toya she admitted, because how could she deny that she does disrespect Eugene? So it's like, it seemed like she was kind of trying to take some accountability. Like, yes, I know I do talk to him crazy. But then it's like, oh, but the reason why is, and it's like, when you say like, but the reason, but my upbringing, but this, but that, then you're kind of losing the accountability that you try to take. Because first she was saying like, okay, well, she was younger, she was growing up, she from Detroit. Like, what does you being from Detroit got to do with you disrespecting Eugene? But she was saying her voice was never heard. Her parents was like, basically, you do as I say. It's what I say at my house and say in a child's place. I feel like it's like that for a lot of people, probably most people. So that doesn't mean that you get to get away with disrespecting Eugene because you couldn't say whatever you wanted as a child. But I mean, I understand it's like, okay, we feel like my voice isn't heard. Now, she did make a point like, okay, when she got older, she was like, well, nobody's going to silence me. Now I'm going to say whatever I want. But it's like, you're disrespecting the person who's supporting you, who's not trying to shut you up. Like, he's not silencing you. So why are you disrespecting him? Oh, and that part, Kara. Exactly. Because at some point, right. Kara said, you're almost 50. How long are we going to, people be trying to hold on to that childhood so-called trauma? I feel like people be making up trauma now. Sometimes I feel like people be kind of dragging it, like stuff that nobody thought was traumatic. And now we have awareness and we know, and if it really was trauma, it really was. But some stuff is like, y'all trying to make it like seem more traumatic than it really was. And be like, I too had some trauma. Like, oh, my mom didn't let me say whatever I wanted when I was younger. So when I was 6, I couldn't say whatever I wanted. And now at 50, that's why I talk to my husband crazy. Like, girl, you can't use that forever. Come on now, grow up. You say, yeah, that was most of us. You move past it to a certain extent. Right, like, you don't get to disrespect your husband because your mama didn't let you talk in the house. If that was even the case. Because I feel like kids be remembering stuff sometimes, not all the time. Because sometimes they be telling the truth. But sometimes they be remembering stuff a little differently than how it actually happened. Now, when she was saying, okay, I never had a voice growing up, then it switched to, like, she was saying they argue. She's like, yeah, and I never saw my parents argue. So then she was like acting like, okay, what is this? Like, Eugene's arguing with me. Because later on she said, like, okay, he sometimes he slams doors, sometimes he yells. And I don't know what that's about because I never see my parents argue. So you basically want to say whatever you want. And you don't want him to say anything. You want to be able to say whatever you want to say. But he better not have any reaction to the disrespect. He better not say anything. He better not slam a door or tell you shut the F up, but you can cuss him out, call him a Teddy Graham and all the other stuff you said about him. Or something like that. But I'm like, girl, that's not how it works. Like, it was like contradictory. You can say what you want. Nobody's gonna silence you, but he can't. And then when he does, it's like, oh, my parents never argued. I'm not used to that. Girl, first of all, your parents never arguing in front of you we know now that's not a good thing always. Like, yeah, you don't want to be in a toxic environment where your kids just seeing nonstop arguing and, no healthy communication, no conflict resolution, but you need to see some kind of conflict resolution. Like, okay, they had to have argued. When they did, how did they handle it? Because now they set you up with unrealistic expectations. So then when you get into an argument with your husband, who you've been with for 20 years now, you don't know how to handle it after 20 years because your parents didn't argue. Which is like, I don't know, after that, they said they're going to marriage counseling. Like, well, what are y'all doing in marriage counseling? And is it working? Let me just look at the comments. Kara says she should have been going to solo therapy. She needs it. And it's like, and who's this therapist? Because she kept talking about her pastor, the pastor's wife, the first lady. And it's like, I hope you can't go to your friend or somebody who's a little biased for therapy. Like, y'all need to go to an unbiased, mutual therapist who doesn't have a dog in the fight. Not somebody sometimes it's not, I know you want to go to the pastor. Sometimes it's not good to go to them. Y'all need to go to somebody who don't got nothing to gain in this to give y'all marital advice. Yep, circles round and round and round. Some of the stuff I was like, okay. And then some of it I was like, girl. Hey, SG, thanks for stopping by. Here said, my parents did argue in front of me, but I know they were arguing. Yeah, it's like, all right, if they argue, like, fine. But it's like, well, how did y'all handle the argument? And did they teach you, like, how to effectively have communication so you, at least on your end, can do what you can do to try to have a healthy conversation? Simply Me SG said, I liked Toya's interview, but she's definitely a narcissist. Right, because she'll do the whole, like, oh, yeah, I did it. Like, I did talk to him like he was trash on the street. I sure did. But it's because of what my mama said to me when I was 10. Girl, get out my face, please. Please. Now mama just sitting at home, unsuspecting, and Toya just going around dragging her through the mud. Stop it. Stop it. It's because I was raised in Detroit, girl. And Carlos like, I know, because I was raised in Detroit too. And like, that still don't mean that you could go ahead and keep talking to Eugene like that. But I feel like Eugene, like, he love it though. He love it there. So for that reason alone, I wouldn't even been like, oh, well, it's because of my upbringing. It's because I was raised in Detroit. I would have been like, listen, my husband love the way I talk to him. He love it here. So I'm gonna keep talking the way I talk. And that would have been the end of that. Like, what can you say to that? That's the end of it. And that's the truth. And she said someone in the household was toxic. Toya had no conflict resolution skills. Right. And it might have been her. And it might have been because she never saw anybody having a discussion. Like, what? So what did you see? So when something was going on, I'm sure you feel the tension. You know something's going on. I know they was acting happy all the time. She said, because she also said later on, okay, in Atlanta, we can hang out with married couples. But in Detroit, there's no married couples. She almost didn't even want to get married because everybody she knew that was married was miserable. If everybody you know that is married is miserable, you must be talking about your parents too. Probably because they trying to sweep stuff under the rug instead of addressing it. Kara said it was definitely given rehearsed. Yeah, because they know she got a bad edit this season. Now, is she gonna stop? No, because she got first chair at the reunion. So since she got first chair, she gonna carry on with these shenanigans. And Eugene always pacifies her and makes her seem like she's doing right. So why would she stop? Carlos was enabling her. Yes. Eugene always enables her. Eugene has a shame king. No other explanation. Right. He said, oh, it's because of how I grew up. Like, oh, also because of how I grew up. Like, forget Toya. Eugene, well, how did you grow up? Because I seen Eugene's mama in the back in one of these more recent episodes. And I always want to know how she felt about the way Toya talked to her son. Ain't no way I would see you talking about my son's small shortcomings on TV and think I'm still going to be kicking it with you. It's nothing like it. He just and she said, yeah, they're probably like my parents. They think they set a good example for us just because they've been married for over 40 years. But we see the cracks. Exactly. And it's always going to be so, like, right? It's not going to be, sunshine and roses all the time. So then it's like you need to, like, especially once your kids are starting to get older and they know what's going on. These aren't babies. And it's like, hey, this is how it's going. This was real. Or even when Toya's married, and it's like, you know what? They could have had a conversation with her at that point. The mama could have talked to her like, hey, I know we never wanted to show y'all that we had stuff going on, but, when you get married, realistically, you're going to have times of confrontation. There's going to be some disagreements. So she won't be going in like, oh, I can't believe even though I just cussed him out and said I'm not attracted to him, that he feels away. Like, it just... Has Eugene or Toya's parents ever been on the show? I think it was when they were doing a family reunion episode where I saw Eugene's mom. She didn't speak, but the son was like cooking his mac and cheese and the mom was in the background. So I'm like, I want to know what the mama got to, but I doubt they're going to embarrass them on TV, but I want to know how she really feels. Kara said Eugene likes it and also seems as though he gives her the business, but Bravo doesn't want to show us. He definitely do seem like he gives her the business because it's like he made a comment where he was like, I'm sick of everybody thinking that I'm just this battered husband, even though that's what it's given. And Carlos was standing 10 toes down on it. Like, that's what it's looking like. But he was like, listen, I'm not always perfect either. And I'm like, y'all got to believe him. Like, now I'll be defending Eugene as well because I don't like how she talks to him. And I still don't think whatever he's saying to her, I don't think it holds a candle to how she talked to him. Because if he was really giving her the business, she would never feel comfortable talking to him the way she do at any point, especially in front of cameras and in front of people. She's way too comfortable doing that. She sees herself on TV. She know how she look. But I feel like he did jump up like, I'm not perfect. Don't get it twisted. And it's like, because Carlos was like, not Eugene. Yeah, Eugene. He's human too. Ain't nobody perfect out here, especially a man. So I feel like, okay, yeah, I'm sure he'd be saying some stuff too. Now she tried to make a point when it came to the pool party when, she really, really embarrassed him and everybody was like, ooh, girl. And even though it wasn't the first and won't be the last time, she was like, listen, it was because we were filming. I really needed you to be my support, and you kicking it with the guys. Because he's supposed to be. He's not married to medicine. He is the medicine. You're the one that's married to medicine. You hosting a party. Let him have fun. Try to make it look like it's a realistic thing. Like, like tell him, and when it's silent, hey, can you act like the man around in this house? Like, can you please act like a man for a change? Girl, what did you think? What? Like, come on now. Hold on, let me just scroll up here. Karen said Eugene said he's over there slamming doors. Right. He's slamming the door. Don't compare to your wife saying you terrible in bed. Like, please. Please. And she said, didn't she say that he cussed at her that in that episode when she went off? They showed it. He did say the F. He dropped one F-bomb. And she tried to make it seem like he was out there cussing her out like he turned into Ike Turner. That's when Carlos was like, everybody was thinking about time. You stood up for yourself. I know I had to agree with Carlos on that one. I don't care what they talking about. And she's like, oh, it's so contradictory because when a man does and nobody says nothing. I don't like when men disrespect their wives either. Like, so what are you talking about? And I'm not going to like when you disrespect your husband. Like, dang on, at least do it behind closed doors. Kara says she knows he won't show out in front of the camera. All right, that's why she keep doing it. Hey, the Lawrence Report. Be sure to check out the Lawrence Report as well. There's some good commentary over there. It's a whole bunch of movies that came out, so I know he's going to be speaking on them. So be sure to check out Lawrence. And she said she didn't want to take any accountability for the way she talked to him in that episode. And neither did he. Even when it came to the manhood, his shortcomings with his manhood or something along them lines, allegedly, he, like Carlos was like, yeah. And when you said, that he had a small situation going on. And then Eugene was like, and to clear the air, that's not what she was saying. Semantics. That's what it was giving. It's almost like nobody was thinking that until Quad and until Heavenly. Nah, I thought at the minute them words slipped out her lips and she was like, yeah, it don't get no bigger. It don't grow. I didn't need Quad or Heavenly to say nothing. We thought that all on our own. We heard her. We can hear. Right, one F-bomb to her hundreds. And then she had the audacity to say she gets triggered when he drinks. Because she never saw her parents drink. So when he drinks, she can't take it. And I said, ooh, pot is getting bopped upside the head by the kettle, okay? So when Eugene has a drink, something, everybody thought she was drunk that pool episode, but it was really him. Like, girl, are you drunk right now? Even if he was drinking, you drink every episode. She's talking about somebody she let her go to church and she's scared to go to hell. Not that scared because you keep a tequila in your bag. Our people keep hot sauce in their purse. She keeps tequila in her purse. But when Eugene has one little drinky drink after working all week long, it's a crime. It's a trigger. You never saw your parents drink, but you drink like a fish. Like, girl, save it. And she said it would actually be way worse if it was a man treating his wife that way. Toya would probably be locked up if she was a man. Exactly. Like, if she was a man, we wouldn't be having no lighthearted conversation and talking about and y'all still look, we need Toya's prayer. And if it was the other way around, Eugene was doing that to her, I would be going off right now. Do I like the lifestyle? She is the true definition of a housewife. And that is a life I feel like I should be living. But the way she talks to Eugene, even when Carlos asked her if she was attracted to him, it took 25 minutes. And for him to ask multiple times for her to say, yeah. All this, oh yeah, what did you like about him? Because she said, oh, he wanted me and he chased me and God told me he was a man for me. So basically, he wanted me. He wanted me. And God told me to settle for him. Like, girl. Then Carlos was like, okay, but the question was, are you attracted to him? And she's like, well, yeah, but I didn't sleep with him. What are we talking about? Who said anything about sleeping with him? He said, were you attracted to him when you saw him? Like, girl, he got to drink to deal with her. He ain't got to drink to deal with her because he loved it. He loved hearing, he do got a shame kick. I'm like, was your mama cussing you out as a child? Is that why you like that? What is this about? This is making me uncomfortable. Toya doesn't want that man to have a moment of peace. Right. And then I know her son's probably just looking, because it's like, oh, yeah, I never saw my parents drink. My parents never argued. Meanwhile, you just drinking champagne midday and sipping tequila in front of your sons like it's nobody's business. You ain't applying none of that to your household. And talking about how she just be, the show was showing me as a mother with 2 sons. And them sons is almost grown and out the house. They cooking for you. You got a housekeeper and a maid. What are you actually doing? Like, what do you do? At this point, what did her parents do? Just go to church and go, sound about right? They probably, the daddy's probably in one room, the mama's probably in another room, and they ain't even interacted till it was time to go to bed. And that was it. And that's why she thinks that having an argument is abnormal. Candy said, Toya made my behind itch with this dumb conversation because it wasn't on the interview. Look, between him, Carlos spending so much time asking Toya about Quad and King's breakup. Like, I feel like we spent a lot of time on that. Like, if you want to know, call Quad. He did even say when she made a comment, like, I thought they'd been broke up. He was like, I'm going to call you Quad. Like, yeah, call Quad and let's hear it from Quad's mouth, not Toya's. But then there was other time of her getting away with bashing him, like, because that's why she brought Eugene up there. Because I feel like if she was up there by herself, she would have had to face it. But when she brings Eugene up there, he's talking about it's the protector in me. So him putting his cape on and being her protector, which he's supposed to protect his wife, he is. He protected her, but it's like at his expense. Like, you're not supposed to protect your wife from abusing you verbally. That's not what you're supposed to be protecting her from. Oh, I missed Candy's comment. Her daddy was a womanizer. Do we know that allegedly? Do we know that to be a fact? Wait a minute. Candy said she doesn't like that man. She don't, but she knows because everybody constantly lets her know. If people was lining up to talk to Dr. Gregory, you know if Eugene is ever single, or even if he's not. If it's the word get out that he just may even think about leaving Toya, you know they're going to be kicking down the door to get at Eugene. Work in church, and that's it, right? She didn't see them go on dates. She didn't see them have no fun. She didn't see the daddy be romantic. All she saw was that they didn't argue and didn't drink. What a boring life to live. SG said when she wanted to be in a sitcom, when she wanted to be a sitcom family like the Cosby Show, I said when she has never acted like Claire Huxtable, right? Because she like, oh, a different world. The Cosbys and that's what I'm used to seeing. I want us to be like that. Yeah, I ain't never seen Claire Huxtable drinking no tequila every day and making her sons cook, making Theo cook. And she said, yeah, they spent way too much time on King of Quad. I'm like, damn, they just broke the news. Y'all got a lot of options, right? Because I'm like, what is Toya up here for? If Toya is up here to talk about Quad and King, and Heavenly's up here talking about Quad and King, why don't we just call Quad or King? Since King got so much to say, he clearly has something that he wants to speak on. He wants to speak on it. Let King come up and speak on it. Clearly, he got a lot to say. He wants somebody. King, if you want to come over here, I'll interview. I'll do it. Or Carlos, have me on that panel. I got questions. Get me up there. Candy said, I didn't like the way she discussed Steve. She left it up to the viewer to decide what she meant. Yeah, it's like Steve just caught astray. Because when Carlos was like, listen, because he brought up Steve being fine once again, because Carlos clearly has a crush on Steve. And she was like, look, my man work. My man don't got to wear no Louis V. My man is fine. He ain't got to do all this and that. Like, girl, relax. Look, we already said Eugene was a good man. Like, we don't got to throw no extra on it, please. Let Steve have his moment. Steve ain't did nothing to you. You don't like his wife. It's given she kind of mad because she want a husband that's fine. She want people going around saying her husband is kind of fine. Right? And then she said King is as much as a friend to her as Quad. Like, her and Quad are never going to be friends. They're going to be forever co-workers, and that's it, and that's all. Like, I know you tolerating Quad now and good because that little beef was old and stale, but I don't know how it's going to look now that they befriended King. Quad probably wants to wait until after the reunion to talk about it. Right. And here he go. And that's what happens when y'all hire these men, when y'all come on these shows and y'all hire these boyfriends. Y'all need to put it in your contract that they can't be chatty. They cannot be out here in these streets running their mouth. They either too loose-lipped. Got to be a clause in there to rein them in. They want to be all loose-lipped. They want to be in a reunion. Oh yeah, she hired me. She paid me. It's just a fake storyline. We ain't been together. Shut up. Shut up. See, she was too trusting. Too trusting. And she said she didn't want to admit that Steve was attractive because she hates Mimi. She hates Mimi, and she hates the fact that nobody. Now, we said a lot of stuff about Eugene, and Eugene ain't unattractive. But ain't nobody going around saying Eugene is fine either. That's all I'm saying. Now, Candy, she low-key called Steve sassy. She did, and that was like just unnecessary. Just unnecessary. Toya told us seasons back how she swapped out pictures of different women in the picture frame after her parents split. She said her dad was a 304. Was that her biological dad, Candy, or was it the stepdad? Because I know she said she don't fool with the biological dad, or she not talking about her biological dad in this interview. So was it the stepdaddy? Are they still married? Now, if they're not married anymore, then it's like, girl, why you keep talking about what your parents used to do? I don't want to hear about that no more. It didn't work. And they're lame for befriending King. I mean, if they befriended King while King and Quad were still together, then I'm not going to be like, oh, Eugene, you shouldn't talk to King anymore because him and Quad broke up. But Toya was like putting a little, at first she was putting a little extra on it. Like, oh yeah, King is so great. We spent Father's Day together. Like, okay. It was like, Toya, you don't really need to be hanging out with King like that. But I mean, I feel like if they already had a friendship, fine. But why do y'all have so much to say about their breakup? And well, it's because he didn't like the baby thing. And I'd have been like, you know what? I don't want to speak to that. Can we just focus? I want to focus on myself. I don't really want to be involved in that. Like, she just couldn't wait to start bashing what Quad and King had going on. They can't stand to see Quad happy. Eugene might be more fine if he had a backbone. That's really what it is. Because it's like Eugene's personality. It don't matter what Eugene look like. Like, him showing that he's a good man consistently. We haven't heard no rumors. We ain't seen nothing in the streets about Eugene. He's been very consistent from day one till now of being a seemingly good husband. Yeah, he might slam the door, but I mean, he's overall seemingly a good husband from what we can see. But I don't like a man who just lets you walk all over him. Like, good grief. Please stand up. That's how I was with Carlos when he was like, everybody was like, finally, like, yeah, actually. Yeah. Kara said, not Eugene necessarily, but Toya rioting for King was cringe. She really could have just not even. I wouldn't even addressed it. I'd have been like, you know what? Well, she don't got nothing going on. Because if she had something going on, she had that wine thing that we've been talking about. She could be like, you know what? I don't know what's going on with Clyde and King, but I got this new great wine coming now, or the reunion about to start. She could have just spun it so many other ways. Like, girl, you don't even have to be. You just want to get the heat off of you. Candy said, whoever that man was, she talked about her showerhead sessions with. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, y'all. A whole conversation because Eugene is always at work. I'm going to just go on a limb and just say it. I'm tired of tiptoeing around it. I would not be surprised if Toya has a side piece. She tried to say, oh, yeah, I'm loyal to my husband in the interview, or I'm faithful to my husband or whatever, child. But I would not be surprised. Her up there, oh, that's a front. Oh, I'm so tired of Eugene being gone, working 5 days a week. Sure. It's all alleged, just my opinion, but I wouldn't be surprised if she had a side man at all. And she said, I could see the guys bonding, but Toya don't need to hang out with them. Right. Because she tried to walk it back and be like, I don't really hang out with him like that. It's more so Eugene. But she shouldn't have been putting so much stank on it to begin with. Because that's what they do at home, Eugene and Toya, sit and talk about folks. Oh, yeah. They do that on the show. As she said, truth be told, most of the husbands are pushovers except Daddy. They definitely enable their wives too, except Cecil. He can't wait to go against Simone. He can, but then when she get too mad, then he try to be like, okay, fine, I'm on your side. And it's like, it's too little, too late now. So his little pool boy, okay. Right, definitely be pillow talking. She Nita the Diva said she definitely got a side ninja. Got to. I don't even know why she sat up there like, oh, I'm so tired of you working 5 days a week and you need to be home. He wasn't home before, according to him and the sons, and he ain't home now. Said he was gone just as much. If not, he was gone more when he was working in Atlanta and making less. Girl, let him go on, because you know he just gonna go to work and go to sleep while you go out and have fun. Child, talking about something, he'd be like, I don't gotta worry about the house. I know the home is taken care of. Yeah, because you got housekeepers, chefs, and everybody else coming in there. You ain't got to do nothing. Of course the home is taken care of. They're gonna be right back in debt if they don't stop. Child. But that interview gave a lie, but not really. Ooh, SG said she might have a side chick. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised about it either, because the way Simone was rubbing down her cheeks in the pool, that one scene, like, what's going on here? What's happening? What's happening? Why is Simone rubbing you down? And you know, Simone kind of give me that vibe too a little bit, and they are in Atlanta. What's going on that girl's trip? Like, what's going on when the camera crew leave? They need that night cam. They need that cam that they had when Portia had what was that stripper's name she had? Whatever that Mandingo was. They need that night cam for these ladies, for this girl's trip. Excuse me. She got to put on for the cameras. Yeah, but she's not fooling anybody. Like, girl, we've been watching you for seasons. You've been consistently not wanting your husband. You did not want Eugene. You felt like, okay, I was too fine, but he take care of me, so I'm going to just deal. Candy said she should definitely treat him better on camera. Exactly. If nothing else, like, that's all I'm saying. Like, yeah, he likes it. Okay, he likes it, but why are you embarrassing him on TV? Even when he's not in the room, like, he wasn't around when she said that he had a small package. She just said it. Completely unnecessary. And talking about, oh, it's been going on for years. Wouldn't have been going on if your wife didn't say anything. Oh, yes, Bolo. Yeah, we need that night camera from that night. Because I heard Portia that night talking about somebody going to be bending over tonight or whatever she said. It was something like that. And that's what this girl's trip is giving me. They need the cameras from the summer house. The summer house cameras is a little too much for me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the summer house cameras show everything. Like, dang on. I mean, they don't got no privacy nowhere. They can't even go to the bathroom in peace. Like, they will show it. Like, dang, all 2 minutes of it. Sheesh. Simone could be a soft stud. You think so? Yeah, I feel like Simone would be the more dominant one. Everybody talking about Contessa, but Contessa ain't leaving Scott. Simone is kind of giving the energy. But then again, Toya, she seemed like she liked to be in control, so maybe I don't know. Nita said driving, but at a late. That's why my comments are sparse. Oh, it's okay, Nita Boo. I'm just surprised you still awake. Oh, but you driving. That's why you still awake. Kenny said the way she treat him, one would think she has a fine ninja waiting for her after filming. And she do, and maybe that's why she was so mad at Angel. Like, I'm so mad, and that's why she got a problem with Quad. Like, I'm so mad y'all get to flying around y'all pieces out in the open, and I gotta really act like I am so attracted to Eugene. Like, she just mad about it. We know bitter when we see it, thanks to Simone. They said all those doctors giving that energy. You know, like I said, they in Atlanta. Okay. It seemed like anything go. Anything just goes. Okay. Like, I at this point, it's 2026. I ain't putting nothing past nobody. Especially Eugene been gone. He come home. Even when she FaceTimed him, he told me, I thought I was going to see you with your clothes off. Like, Eugene, please. Knew you was going to see her fully dressed. She's saving those cheeks for Simone, allegedly. Whew, but let's get on to Cardi B. I'm ready to make this big because I don't even know what it say, child. I don't know. Let me see. Put my glasses on. Because the streets is talking. They said that Cardi B and Stephon Diggs broke up. Let's see. Let's see what this say, child. If I can read it. Ooh, wee. That ain't gonna work. I can't read that. Let me pull it up on my phone. So apparently this is what they said happened. Now, nobody confirmed nor denied. They said Cardi B and Stephon Diggs broke up in the middle of the Super Bowl. Not while the game was still going on. She reportedly left early after spending $1.2 million on a Super Bowl after party that neither of them attended. I saw her performing somewhere Super Bowl weekend. I thought she did attend. Diggs' other baby mother had a front row tickets with her son. Cardi B allegedly found out and things went south. Both Cardi B and Diggs have unfollowed each other. Diggs also lost the Super Bowl. Nothing throwing that in at the end like we know. We know he lost. He had all his women's up there, okay? He had one sitting next to his mama. They said he had Offset's former jump off in the building. Then he had the baby talking about he wanted his son there. The baby is literally a newborn. Baby can't even see good. Eyes still cloudy. But you want him there in the cold for what? But was they even a couple? Let me see this comment from Candy. Right, Shana. She mad at the men that can have their shirt open up. Right. She like, because she even made a little comment talking about Eugene when he was talking about his imbalanced hormones. Talking about he look better. He losing the weight. Like, Toya, you just can't help yourself. Shush. Candy said Cardi left after she finished up with Bad Bunny. Yeah. That one video with that clip when they was like, oh, Cardi, any words for Stephon? And she was like, good luck. That's when everybody was like, oh, it's over. I honestly feel like they were never really a couple. Like, I don't think they were a couple. I'm not going to say it was PR because there is a lot of PR relationships. People be in denial. Listen, it was a book written about this whole thing. Like, PR stuff been going on before any of us was even born. It's been going on in Hollywood. They will actually go out to the lengths of getting married for PR. I think he was just supposed to be fun. A little quick little rebound. I think we all feel the same way. And it just went too far. And that's it. She wasn't supposed to be going public. Maybe she did go public with him. Maybe that piece was a little PR. She started liking him. I don't feel like they was really together, though. Because who in their right mind would be still legally married? She's still married now. She still got Offset tattooed on the back of her leg. Who would, while married, get pregnant with a man who has 10 other babies on the way and 10 other children just born earlier in the same year? Who? She can't be. I know she got more good sense than that. Kenny said allegedly he wanted all of the kids there, but it seemed like it was only one child there. It seemed like it was only one baby there. Maybe the other baby mama's look, she signed up for this. Like, I don't care what she signed up for it. Karen said they said the baby mama wasn't supposed to bring the baby. His mama was supposed to bring the baby, but pulled the Uno reverse. But let's be for real. Who in their right mind wouldn't go out with their newborn? This is a newborn. This is like this. I saw that baby is new. Like, that baby look younger than Cardi. Cardi just gave birth last week. So that baby must have just been born this week. And today's only Tuesday. That is a new baby. So I feel like, no, I'm not letting my child go nowhere with your mama. This is a new baby. Like, let the baby have a little bit of time out here in the world. I wouldn't even have my baby out there in all that air and around all the people anyway, but that's just me. Reverse. Cha-cha now, y'all. Maybe they're buddies. But I feel like if that's all they was, she should have kept it peak. Kept it player. Kept it low. Like, girl, you still ain't even divorced. And then I seen somewhere Offset was going on talking about how much he missed Cardi. Like, Ninja, please. Ship has sailed long time ago. It sailed. But it's like, girl, but you got with Stephon. And Stephon is Offset. Like, he is Offset in a different font. He is Offset 2.0. Like, you literally went and got the same man, but worse. Like, he is so embarrassing. On top of the fact that the girls are saying they think he a little zesty. And that's just what the streets are saying. So And the girls said it. So when they said it, I feel like it's safe to say it now. Went down. Yeah, I don't know why she got pregnant by him though. I don't even know. First of all, that thing probably so filthy. I don't know why she had unprotected intercourse with that man at all. I'm sorry. Even if it was just supposed to be fun, like I don't even want to have fun with you because you got too much going on. I don't even want to take no chances. And she knows she fertile. Just supposed to be for play. Here said, I wouldn't be sending my child there either, but that's what the people said in my quiet voice. AK _235. Hold up, did she bring her fresh newborn baby to the Super Bowl? Is that what happened? Yeah, one of the baby mamas brought the fresh newborn. I wish I got a picture of it, a screenshot of that picture that I saw. That baby look new. Baby can't even hold up its neck. Got that baby outside with all them people. And I don't even know where the Super Bowl was at, but it probably wasn't that warm. Stefan is on set. Definitely giving on sets, okay? And he said, and why aren't they divorced yet? That's what I'm saying. Now, I heard that he was trying to get all her money. So I understand. Because normally I would be like, it don't take that long to get divorced. But in this situation, I give her that. Because they did say he was trying to get her to pay his taxes. And he was in the millions in the negatives when it came to his tax debt. I would hold off too. But you can't, having that baby just, girl, like fine, have fun. But the baby. Because now legally, the baby also could try to claim that baby. I don't know, this is too messy for me. They say when a man has a lot of babies, he's trying to hide something. Okay. Just the way he be stomping with his little boots on and his little pearls. I don't know. Now his peen probably saggy. Oh my Lord, have mercy. The balls probably are because he won't, he is trying to overcompensate for something. Kay said that's insane and so dangerous. Like for a newborn. Exactly. This must be her first baby. I don't know, because even when I had my first child, I would not have my baby out there. I don't even want my baby in the mall, let alone at the Super Bowl. I don't care how much you try to bundle the baby up. And I definitely ain't letting your mama take my baby to the Super Bowl. And then I'm like, if all the kids were there and I saw a bunch of kids, fine. All I saw was a bunch of baby mamas and no kids. That was the only kid I saw. I didn't even see Cardi. Did Cardi even? I don't even think Cardi bought her kids. Her kids at home and that other newborn baby in there. Like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Stefan might be worse than Offset, low key. Yeah. And then she really was trying to like justify her actions with this and defend. Like, on top of all this, let's not forget that he's in the middle of a case right now for the shmooshiv behavior with his chef, who allegedly the streets say that he was knocking her boots as well. Wouldn't be surprised. Lucky her, she got away without a baby, because Lord knows that he is fertile. Lord, don't even look at me. Might get you pregnant. But I'm like, okay. So now you was up there defending him against the chef, because the way that the chef was up there talking about him, it was too passionate. It's way more than just some cooking going on around there. Then you got to deal with all these baby mamas. Then they was talking about she didn't get to spend Christmas. I'm like, they didn't spend Christmas together. I don't care how they try to swing it, like, oh, well, he got kids, she got kids. People have blended families all the time. Like, they have the money and the means to see like both kids. Like, they could literally probably rent a private jet and be at both houses in the same day on Christmas Day. Like, it was no excuse not to spend Christmas together. Besides the fact that they're not a couple. They're not together. Lauren says, someone tell Cardi to take off some of that BBL. Just a little. More than a little, please. It's too much. Those hips are lopsided. Ooh, I don't know. Between her and Summer Walker, like from like the hip bone up, she's fine. That BBL got to be the worst BBL I have ever seen. She just don't never just rest. Like, I think she went back and got it touched up, and it's like, it's too much. It's too much. I thought the girls was trying to take some of that stuff out. And then she going on tour tomorrow or the day after. Like, girl, please sit down somewhere. Thousands of people around a child just born last week. Exactly. Exactly. Because you want to be up underneath some raggedy man. Yes, Kara, a lot of babies, women, and anger issues, they fighting it. Now, you know, most men don't want their own kids. Right. It's like, oh, he's such a good dad. He just want to be around these kids. Seem like he does. And first of all, I feel like if you're really a good parent, you would not be so reckless. Just keep having all these kids all over the place. Like everybody want to try to compete with Nick Cannon. Everybody want to take Nick Cannon's spot. Kids don't even know each other. Got siblings they never even met before. To me, how is that being a good parent? And you got kids here, there, and everywhere. You can't even spend time with the kids you already have, and you're out there making more. That's not good parenting to me, because you see them sometimes. Kay said, didn't think it was possible, but Cardi actually found someone worse. I don't know what she would like, because now it's like, and I don't want to be like, oh, she's the problem, but where's your discernment? Like, because people are like, oh, well, you attract what you, nah. Okay, you can attract a loser like this. I don't care if he got money or whatever, because people are like, oh, he got money to take care of getting man. Nah, that's some loser behavior. Having all these kids in this close proximity, months apart, is just nasty work, actually. But it's like you can say no. Like you don't got to, and then people just be having. Like, you don't gotta just as you date a man, you don't gotta have a baby with him just as y'all messing around. Well, all Stefan's teammates said they wouldn't let their sister date him. Exactly, that was years ago. I wonder what that's my dishwasher going off. I wonder what the teammates got to say now. Because Cardi had the OG bootleg BBL. Yeah, she started with them fake shots that the girlies was getting in the hotel room. When is Beauty in Black coming back on? That's what I'm waiting for. But now she getting the BBL on top, and it's just a little too much. Like, it just look crazy. Looks deformed. That body dysmorphia is a real thing, okay? He said a lot of men want a legacy to have their kids, but not actually be fathers. Exactly. You want to say you have kids just to have them. But how embarrassing is it? Like, oh yeah, when somebody, because now when he actually is ready, when he's older and probably needs a hospice wife or a nurse or has ED, and he's finally ready to settle down, it's like, oh, how many kids do you have? And it's like, oh, 26. And it's like, what are their ages? Like, well, 10 of them are 12 and the other 5. And it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And he said, yes, Shana, 11 kids, you cannot be a good parent. Right. Back to back like that. It's just like you don't even care about yourself. You don't even care about yourself to be doing that. So how you gonna care about some innocent children? We didn't ask for this. Beauty in Black come back in March. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm ready for that. Ready for that. I still gotta watch that Method Man and Kelly Rowland movie. What is it called again? I'll figure it out, but I still gotta watch that. I was gonna try to watch it tonight, but it ain't gonna happen. And then Love is Blind is coming on tomorrow, so sometime this week. Sometime this week. Because I feel like the Lawrence Report going to be like, did you watch the movie? And I'm trying a whole other movie that came out. We going to see. But I'm going to try to watch that. And Love is, I don't know. Love is Blind. See, when they in the pods, and I'm like, all right, I really don't care. I don't care till they get to the honeymoon. Oh, yes, Kara's on her relationship goals. Yeah, because Kara was on her live the other day, and it definitely was saying we heard mixed reviews on it. So I got to see for myself. I'm going to support it because it's Black History Month and it's a Black movie, and I support Black stuff anyway. Now, Bad Bunny. How do y'all feel about the Grammy performance? I honestly don't feel no kind of way. I don't feel nothing. The only thing that I have an issue with are the people who have an issue. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I've never listened to Bad Bunny a day in my life. I don't know any Bad Bunny songs, not one. I don't know any of them. And it's not because he speaks in Spanish. So somebody was like, y'all was up there beady beady bum bum into Selena, and I had all the CDs, okay? I had all of them. I love me some Selena, okay? It's just, I just never listened to him. I don't know. I just never heard him. But I like the performance. Like, I don't understand the upset. And then it's like, people are like, wait a minute. Y'all do know he's a U.S. citizen, right? So what's the real issue? Is it because he speaks Espanol? Is that the issue? What's the problem? I didn't see the upset. Like, I feel like it was a nice, good performance. Now, when it was like Cardi B was up there, I'm like, dang, y'all got some good vision. I did not see her. I had to wait for somebody to post that picture of her and Jessica Alba because I didn't see them at all. But I'm like, he was up there. Lady Gaga was singing in English. Ricky Martin was up there. Like, what are you talking about? I heard some. I was laughing because it was one TikTok when it was like, when you speak Spanish and you don't even know what he says, and then all these Hispanic people was like, I had the subtitles on. I don't know what he was saying. And they was like, somebody was like, my husband asked me to translate. And I was like, translate what? I don't know what he's saying. I don't know if he's speaking gibberish. I don't know if he's making up words, but the performance was fine. Like, what's the upset? What is the upset? I would take that performance over who they had up there performing, U2 or something that one year. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't, please, no. I don't want to see no Kid Rock up there performing. Let Bad Bunny go ahead and go off. A lot of stuff has come out recently. I know. I feel like a lot of shows and movies either come out all at once or it's nothing at all. Like, there is no in between. Then you say overwhelmed, like, oh gosh, all these shows. But all my shows is kind of wrapping. Ready to Love just went out. Bell Collective is coming on. This is just a sidebar. Don't got nothing to do with anything. Bell Collective is coming on. So I'm going to watch that. Those views hit or miss. Somebody asked me to review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. No. Sorry. I just can't. I know they about to get canceled or something like that. Chaotic was going around saying he heard it's about to get canceled. I don't got it in me to watch no Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I just don't care. Kirk and Rashida are still on there. I'm not watching that. No. I'd rather watch TikTok. Relationship goals. I heard it was all one big ad for Mike Todd's book and relationship goals series. Miss Kara Speaks had a live on Sunday, and that's what she was saying too. And she watched the movie. So, and I ain't really checking for Mike Todd. Not like Drewski's. Let me not say it. I don't want to get canceled, child. But I like Drewski's skit that was Mike Todd adjacent. You know why I don't trust Mike Todd? Because one time somebody did a close-up on one of his sermons, and he had glasses, and it was just a frame with no lenses in them. And I know people be wearing glasses with no prescription, but they ain't have no lenses in them. And I said, if you're wearing glasses with no lenses in them, you can't be trusted. You just got on a blank pair of glasses. I can't trust you, and you trying to deceive me with fake. Get him off the stage. Get him off the stage. You ain't Miss Ish with relationship goals. Well, damn, Nita, I believe you. Viva Puerto Rico. Now I need to go to Puerto Rico. Oh, now I need to go. I've never been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Mexico, but I ain't been to Puerto Rico. That's on my list. Bad Bunny was on a feature with Cardi. Oh yeah, that's right. He was on I Like It. I Like It Like That. Yeah. I forgot he was on there. Cause when he started, because people is like fighting over this Bad Bunny. When he started rambling at the end of that song, I cut it off. It just, I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. I just cut that part off. But I don't got no problem with him performing. He can perform wherever he wants. I listen. If I'm there, I'm gonna be, hey. But when that song came on that he had with Cardi, I ain't know what he told me to do my show, no man, I know that. That sounded so bad. I just cut it off. I didn't like that part because I didn't know what was going on. It was cute, very entertaining. Wait a minute. Wait, you talking about relationship goals? Because was it good or not? She's talking about the Super Bowl. But be like, wait a minute. Should I watch it or shouldn't I? Oh, the Super Bowl. Yeah, right. I feel like it was lively. Like the music was upbeat. Like, and like people saying, like, if y'all don't want to hear this, then I better not see y'all out on Cinco. Y'all better be in the house eating spaghetti on Cinco de Mayo. Don't you dare look at a taco since you got a problem. They say he does a lot for Puerto Rico, which is good if he has a means, as he should. He does speak up a lot about issues, and it's like he's doing seemingly the right thing. Even though, every day I find out more and more about these celebrities, and I don't trust none of them. But I haven't heard anything negative about him, so I'm like, I don't know why people have so much backlash. Yeah, they got some good vision, like an eagle. Exactly, because I was like, oh, Cardi. When Cardi came out, like, when did she come out? When did she come out? Like, oh, she was in the back behind the bush. Sorry, did not see her. Kay said he's just a little too dark, his hair a little too curly for the races. If he looked more like the male version of Shakira or J-Lo, they might be okay with it. Yeah. Which is wild to me because looking at him right now, I feel like, is he too dark? Is his hair too curly? It's because J-Lo can't barely speak Spanish. That's why. That's why. She be cosplaying like she talking about I'm Jenny from the block. Remember that? I always think about that one clip when she walked up on that elderly man who was sitting on her old house on the porch. And she was like, I used to live here. And he was like, okay. And she's like, I used to live right in that house, right upstairs. That was my room. And he was like, who are you? And she's like, I'm Jennifer. And he was like, Jennifer who? She was like, Jennifer Lopez. I crack up every time because, girl, and you thought, okay, and you used to live here. Don't nobody care. I live here now. Like, girl, you are not who you think you are. Chris Brown next year, I'm here for it. Because Chris Brown is a performer. Like, people was getting mad, talking about they need him. Like, look, even because everybody's like, I love Rihanna's performance. And I know she was pregnant, but she ain't putting on no show like that. I ain't seen nobody really dancing and dipping it low since Beyonce was on stage. I need to see some shimmy. I mean, Kendrick's performance was good, but, you know, Chris Brown is a performer. The beats was slapping on. Right. That's like the music was upbeat. It wasn't like all down and dreary. Like the music was upbeat. Everybody was dancing. It was diverse. Like I didn't like what's the problem? Like what is the issue? The halftime show was only 15 minutes. Like, dang, go get a snack then. Why are y'all crying for? Like, this is crazy. I still gotta watch the last season of Bell Collective. Oh Lord, you might as well just skip ahead of this season. You ain't missed nothing. I'm honestly surprised Bell Collective is back because the last season only had 7 episodes. I thought Bell Collective was getting canceled. But I'm gonna see what this first episode giving. Never trust a man with all those hips. Wait a minute. Oh, you talking about Mike Todd? I was like, who got hips? Can't say exactly. Bad Bunny is too ethnic. J-Lo is just the right amount of ethnic, yet still Eurocentric and Americanized. She's very Americanized. Remember back in the day, they used to be like, J-Lo got that big booty and all this stuff. Like, now we're looking back like, please. Once we realize that J-Lo is really Ashanti is J-Lo. Like, J-Lo just stole Ashanti's whole identity and was just cosplaying. I can't support it. I can't support it at all. D said, hey, D Movie Man. I was over there because YouTube don't be letting me know when my favorite people, drop new content always. So I got to go and look for it. Shame on you, YouTube. Don't strike me down or nothing. I'm just saying. So I was binge watching D Movie Man stuff earlier, except for that horror one. Y'all know I don't do scary and I don't do horror because it give me the creeps. But I listen to all his other reviews. Be sure to check out the Movie Man. He has some great content. We have fun over there when we were doing the live trivia too. And Dee said Shayna gonna give us a mug if she don't do anything else. To quote one of my friends, face 8 down, muggy wuggy. Thank you, Dee. We were talking about Dee, you late to the party. You gotta catch the replay. We was talking about because I know you would have had something to say about Toya's interview with Carlos King. And Miss Quad, and then we touched on what else did we talk about? It just slipped my mind that fast. Well, let me go. Let me go through it. We talked about Quad and King. Oh yeah, Cardi B and Stefan Diggs. Child. And then we just talking about Bad Bunny because we don't understand why people are upset. Well, Kay broke it down. Like, listen, y'all just got an issue because he speaks Spanish. Y'all travel and go to Mexico, DR, anywhere where Spanish is the language. Spanish is the number 2 language in America. But it's a problem. But y'all love to be drinking margaritas. Let's get on my nerves. Ooh. They fired Jill Zarin. Who? Where? What? Wait a minute. What happened? They fired Jill Zarin. Who's Jill? Hold on. What you talking about here? Who is Jill? Who's Jill Zarin? Oh, Lord, I don't know. I don't be enough. If that's from somebody from a show, I don't know. I don't know who none of these people are. Jill Zarin. From Real Housewives of New York. Real Housewives of New York still come on. Real Housewives of New York still comes on. I thought. Okay. I thought I got cut off. Listen, I used to watch The Clear Wives. I don't. I remember I used to love me some Real Housewives OC, Orange County, when it first came on. But that was back in the day when everything was just good. I can't get into it now. It's just too dry. Like y'all was saying Salt Lake City was good, but it just wasn't holding my interest. I barely want to watch Atlanta. I barely want to watch Atlanta. Jill from Housewives. She made comments about Bad Bunny. What she say about Bad Bunny? Now, people saying they think that they got Bad Bunny to push an agenda, but what do you think the agenda is? A distraction from everything else that's going on? Do you think they just wanted some diversity? They just want to have an uproar to get the people talking? Because the actual football game was boring. And I don't watch football, and that's why. Laura said, not Miss Kira breaking news. Not Kira having breaking news about somebody getting fired, and I don't even know. I ain't never seen this woman a day in my life. Like Jill, only Jilly I know is Jilly from Philly. Kira said Jill was supposed to get a spinoff on E. She said she wanted an American speaking person for the Super Bowl. Not American speaking. The ignorance. Dee said Jill is from OG Real Housewives of New York. I can tell from that picture. She was crying and whining about there not being any white people involved in the Super Bowl performance. She got rightfully dragged and fired from the show that they were doing on E. Good, because I feel like they've gotten rid of others for less. Y'all got rid of other people for less. So, but the way they go, she fired today. She'll be back tomorrow. Give it some time. If Nene Leakes can make an appearance, and it's just going to be a brief appearance, then I'm sure they'll let this woman come back. Even though she was on that OG Real Housewives of New York. Man, I ain't watched that in so long. I don't even know. I just know her from the early episodes. Only thing I remember about Real Housewives of New York was when that one clear woman, her husband left her for an African woman or something like that. Now, that was crazy. Dee said the Super Bowl is always an excuse for me to order some wings. That's how I be fun about my buffalo chicken dip. It's not like I need an excuse, but I accept it as one because otherwise it's just a game interrupting my shows on Sunday. Not a fan. That part. I'm like, do I care about the game? No. Like, I'm not watching. I don't even know what's going on. The only football games I watch was when my son's playing football, and I still don't know what's going on, but it's a little different. But other than that, I don't care. Now, the only thing we watch it for is the halftime. People used to watch for the commercials, but everybody all upset because Mike Tyson had that one commercial talking about how people was fat and sloppy and so ugly, and that's why he eats apples. I don't know. I didn't I didn't catch it, but I heard enough. I don't want to see it. So clearly the commercials were trash. So the only thing they had going for them was an upbeat, lively performance. Like, listen, I need to hear some Spanish after all the stuff I've been hearing. I'm on conspiracy talk. Okay, I'm on the conspiracy side of TikTok. I needed a little relief and some reggaeton to get my mind off of things. Okay, it's a lot going on. It's at the wings in halftime. That's it, and that's all. Okay, I didn't even eat no wings. It was wings there, but I just ate my buffalo chicken dip. Told you, I said in the beginning of this live, I'm trying to actually seriously get my summer body right this time. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do that eating buffalo chicken dip, but I did go to the gym today, so that's something. That is a start. But, all right, y'all. Well, I don't want to keep y'all too late. Well, let me see what Dee said. The reason why they probably won't is because she's been trying to get back on Bravo for the last decade and some change, and she acted such a donkey with production. That's why she's never been back since. And then when it was about to give her a chance, now it's like, girl, be racist. I like my races loud and proud. I like when they out and vocal about it. I like when they out loud about it. But if you're trying to, you're a public figure, you're trying to get back on Bravo, be racist behind closed doors. They never learn. They always telling themselves. They can't help it. But good, because I mean, I don't even hardly remember her from OG Real Housewives of New York. So she could say where she at. Dee said the new show was her chance of getting back on television again, and she blew it. Unsurprisingly, were her saltine antics, not saltine antics. Good. We got to show these people. We ain't playing around no more. And Bravo definitely ain't playing that because it's not worth it. Why would they bring her back and get all that types of backlash? And they ain't been wanting her anyway. Then we throw you a bone and you can't even be quiet long enough for them to film. Oh, well, you get what you get. Oh, well. And meanwhile, Bad Bunny he done had a good performance and he living his best life and you sitting there getting fired. Yeah, ain't that something? But I seen somewhere earlier that Kid Rock was saying that Jay-Z was a DE hire and all this other stuff. Like, and I was like, I remember back in the day, some of my sisters and my brothers was out there supporting Kid Rock. That's what y'all get. Stop supporting these racists, please. But oh yeah, I'm about to jump off. I think we touched on everything. If I miss anything, replay gang, drop down in the comments, like the video on your way out, hype the video if you can. I'll be back on Thursday, my live interview with Lauren from Ready to Love. So please join me for the live interview. I need all hands on deck for that live interview on Thursday. It's going to be good. And I will see y'all soon. Anything else I will post. You can say folks complain in the Bad Bunny halftime was her highest views. Exactly. People saying the numbers was rigged. Don't care. He's living his best life. Okay. He's having a time. And he don't need the money. They don't get paid for this anyway. So he's doing y'all a free service. You moved me. I said, tell me why as soon as you mentioned Mike Tyson's commercial, I remember when Beyonce hyped up some big announcement and it was about veganism. Everybody went on her for calling her fans fat and bloated. And you know when they was pushing that vegan agenda for a while. Oh, glad you made it home safe, Nita. Yeah, get some sleep because it's way past your bedtime. They was pushing that because they were trying to do something to them vegetables. And other countries say apples in America is not safe to eat, but that's just allegedly. But all right, y'all. But be sure to meet me back here Thursday for that live interview. And I'll be having some other content coming up soon, so be on the lookout. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.